Guess the meaning and origin of these modern idioms before we explain them.
Okay, I'm listening. This is going to be tricky.
She really spilled the tea on that drama. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. Let's break the ice with some small talk. Welcome to Fluency Unlocked, the podcast that helps you speak English naturally and confidently. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Daniel. Today, we're talking about the most popular English idioms of 2026 and where they came from.
And stick around until the very end. We have a fun idiom meaning matching exercise. It shows exactly how well you understand these expressions. Plus, one quick daily trick you can start using today to make them stick in your brain.
Sarah, that hook already got me guessing. I thought I knew most idioms, but some of those sounded brand new.
Exactly. A lot of learners memorize long lists of idioms. They know the meaning on paper, but they never hear where the expressions actually came from or how real people use them in 2026 conversations. Today, we fix that. We're going to chat like normal friends first. We'll drop all 30 popular idioms naturally. Then, we'll pause and explain every single one. The meaning, the real story behind it, and exactly when to use it.
Sounds fun.
Let's start like we're just catching up over coffee. Okay, so last weekend I decided to go to that big music festival.
Nice. How was it?
Honestly, it was a piece of cake at first. The weather was perfect. But then I ran into my ex and things got awkward.
No way. Did you break the ice or just avoid him?
I tried to break the ice with a quick hi, but he hit the nail on the head when he said we should talk. It cost me an arm and a leg and nerves.
Oof. Did you let the cat out of the bag about how you really felt?
Yeah, I spilled the tea a little. I told him I was still under the weather about the whole breakup.
That's brave. I would have beaten around the bush for hours.
I almost did, but I decided not to bark up the wrong tree anymore.
Good for you. I once burned the midnight oil trying to get over someone, and it didn't work.
Same. Anyway, after that, I jumped on the bandwagon and joined the dance crowd.
Sounds fun. Did you throw in the towel early or go the extra mile?
I went the extra mile, stayed until the end. The whole night was a dime a dozen kind of fun. Nothing special, but nice.
Once in a blue moon, you get nights like that.
Exactly. The ball was in my court after the talk, so I decided to cut to the chase and just enjoy myself.
Smart. I always take those stories with a grain of salt when friends tell me later.
True. It was no wild goose chase, though. I actually had a great time.
See? We just slipped in 15 idioms without even trying. But let's pause the story for a second and start explaining them properly so everyone can follow along and actually learn them. Yes, please. I want the full story behind each one.
All right, here we go. Number 1, spill the tea, meaning share gossip or secret information. Origin comes from African American vernacular English in the 1990s. Tea means the truth, like the drink that warms you up with the real story. In 2026, we still say it on social media all the time.
I see it everywhere online.
Number 2, under the weather, meaning feeling sick or unwell. Origin, old sailing days. When sailors felt seasick, they went below deck, literally under the weather.
That makes so much sense.
Number 3, break the ice, meaning start a conversation to reduce awkwardness. Origin, in the 1500s, ships had to literally break ice to sail through frozen waters. The first person to speak was breaking the ice.
I use this one at networking events.
Number 4, piece of cake, meaning something very easy. Origin, from the 1800s when cake was given as a prize in contests. Winning was a piece of cake.
Simple and sweet.
Number 5, hit the nail on the head, meaning say something exactly right. Origin, carpentry. If you hit the nail perfectly, it goes straight in.
My boss says this all the time.
Number 6, cost an arm and a leg, meaning very expensive. Origin, after World War II, artists charged extra if they painted arms or legs in portraits, so it cost an arm and a leg.
Still true in 2026.
Number 7, let the cat out of the bag, meaning reveal a secret. Origin, 1700s markets. Farmers hid pigs in bags, and sometimes a cat would jump out instead. The secret was out.
Classic.
Number 8, burn the midnight oil, meaning work or study late into the night. Origin, before electricity, people used oil lamps that burned past midnight.
I did that a lot in university.
Number 9, barking up the wrong tree, meaning pursuing a wrong idea or suspecting the wrong person. Origin, 1800s hunting dogs. They would bark at the base of a tree when the animal had already moved.
I love the picture it paints.
Number 10, beat around the bush, meaning avoid saying something directly. Origin, 1500s hunting. Beaters would hit bushes to scare animals out instead of going straight in.
Guilty.
Number 11, jump on the bandwagon, meaning join a popular trend. Origin, 1800s American politics. Politicians used bandwagons in parades. People literally jumped on to show support.
Still happening on TikTok in 2026.
Number 12, throw in the towel, meaning give up. Origin, boxing. When a fighter's corner throws in the towel, the match ends.
Motivational, but sad.
Number 13, go the extra mile, meaning do more than expected. Origin, Bible. Go the extra mile meant carrying a Roman soldier's pack 1 mile further than required. Positive one. Number 14, a dime a dozen, meaning very common and not special. Origin, 1800s America. Small items cost a dime for 12. Cheap and everywhere.
True for a lot of trends now.
Number 15, once in a blue moon, meaning very rarely. Origin, real astronomy. A blue moon is the second full moon in a month. Happens roughly every 2.7 years.
I say this all the time.
Number 16, the ball is in your court, meaning it's your turn to decide. Origin, tennis. The ball is now on your side of the court.
Perfect for decisions.
Number 17, cut to the chase, meaning get to the point. Origin, 1920s silent movies. Directors told actors to skip the slow parts and cut to the chase scene.
My favorite in meetings.
Number 18, take it with a grain of salt, meaning don't believe something completely. Origin, ancient Rome. Pliny the Elder said salt could make bad food edible, so take doubtful news with a little salt.
Wise advice.
Number 19, wild goose chase, meaning pointless search. Origin, 1500s. Hunters followed geese in a V formation. Impossible to catch the lead one.
I've been on a few of those.
Number 20, big fish in a small pond, meaning important in a small group but not elsewhere. Origin, 1800s. A big fish looks impressive in a little pond.
Office life in one phrase.
Number 21, cry over spilled milk, meaning worry about something you can't change. Origin, 1600s proverb. Once milk is spilled, crying won't help.
My mom used to say this.
Number 22, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, meaning achieve 2 things at once. Origin, ancient Greek and Roman hunting. 1 stone hitting 2 birds.
Efficient and clever.
Number 23, on the same page, meaning agree completely. Origin, 1900s business. Everyone reading from the same page of a report.
Team meetings love this.
Number 24, pull someone's leg, meaning joke or tease. Origin, 1800s. Tripping someone by pulling their leg as a prank.
Lighthearted fun.
Number 25, read between the lines, meaning understand the hidden meaning. Origin, 1800s. Secret messages written between normal lines of text.
Texts and emails in 2026.
Number 26, steal someone's thunder, meaning take credit for someone else's idea. Origin 1700s playwright John Dennis invented a thunder machine for his play. Another theater stole the idea.
Still happens in every office.
Number 27, the whole 9 yards, meaning everything possible. Origin 1900s. Fighter planes carried 9 yards of ammunition belts. When they used it all, they gave the whole 9 yards.
I love the military story.
Number 28, when pigs fly, meaning something will never happen. Origin 1600s. Pigs don't fly, so impossible.
Sarcastic classic.
Number 29, you can't judge a book by its cover, meaning don't judge by appearance. Origin 1800s. Books with plain covers could still be great stories.
Timeless.
Number 30, wrap your head around something, meaning understand something difficult. Origin 1900s American English, imagining wrapping your head around a complex idea. Very popular in 2026 with all the new tech.
That one feels so 2026.
There they are, all 30 of the most popular English idioms right now. But hearing them once isn't enough. Let's go back into a full story so you can hear them flow naturally.
Yes.
Tell me about your weekend again, using as many as you can. Okay, so I decided to go to that festival. It was a piece of cake getting there, but then I ran into my ex. I tried to break the ice, but he hit the nail on the head when he said we needed to talk. It cost me an arm and a leg and nerves, but I let the cat out of the bag and spilled the tea. I was still under the weather about everything. I didn't want to beat around the bush or bark up the wrong tree anymore. After that, I burned the midnight oil thinking about it, but I finally jumped on the bandwagon of just enjoying the night. I didn't throw in the towel. I went the extra mile and danced until the end. The whole experience was a dime a dozen kind of fun. Nothing special, but nice. Once in a blue moon, you get nights like that. The ball was in my court, so I cut to the chase and just had fun. I take those memories with a grain of salt now. No wild goose chases. I felt like a big fish in a small pond for a minute, but I didn't cry over spilled milk. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Faced the past and enjoyed the present. Now we're on the same page. No one pulled my leg. I read between the lines of my own feelings. No one stole my thunder. I gave the whole 9 yards. When pigs fly, I'll go back. But for now, I'm good. And yeah, you really can't judge a book by its cover. I wrapped my head around a lot that night.
Oh, smooth. I counted almost all of them.
Exactly. Now, you try. Tell me about a recent awkward social moment.
All right. Last month, I went to a friend's party. I showed up late and tried to break the ice, but I ran into my boss there. I almost spilled the tea about work stuff, but I took it with a grain of salt and chilled out. I didn't beat around the bush. I just hit the nail on the head and said I was under the weather from the week. We ended up hitting it off anyway. The night turned out to be a piece of cake after that.
Perfect. You nailed it.
Listeners, pause and try the same thing. Pick any 10 idioms and tell a 1-minute story using them. Record yourself if you can.
That's the best way to make them yours.
All right, time for the idiom meaning matching exercise.
Yes! This one is quick and useful. Grab a pen or just answer in your head.
Let's do it.
Exercise 1. Match the idiom to its meaning. Spill the tea equals A. Feel sick. B. Share gossip. C. Give up.
Write or say your answer.
Exercise 2. Hit the nail on the head equals A. Exactly right. B. Very expensive. C. Rare. Exercise 3. Cost an arm and a leg. Exercise 4. Let the cat out of the bag. Exercise 5. Once in a blue moon. Exercise 6. Create one sentence using wrap your head around and read between the lines. Exercise 7. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel using these idioms now? And finally, which 3 idioms will you use in your next real conversation this week? Tell us in the comments.
Drop your answers below. We read every single one.
If this episode helped you understand idioms better, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who wants richer English.
Next week, we're doing phrasal verbs for travel and adventures, even more real-life practice.
You're gonna love it.
And remember, don't just memorize these idioms. Spill the tea about them with friends. Break the ice in conversations. Hit the nail on the head when you use them. You'll wrap your head around English faster than you think.
Go the extra mile every day.
See you next time. Bye, everyone.
Be my